What's up, closers, entrepreneurs, and those aspiring? Tyson Jones coming at you. Sorry about yesterday. I did not get to do a Top 5 Friday. It's Christmas season, and that's all I'm going to say. But figured I needed to make something because the whole point is to be consistent so that you guys know that you can look for a video every Friday. So it is Saturday. I'm going to call this one Self-Evaluation Saturday because we're at the end of the year, you guys, and a lot of us set New Year's resolutions. We set out goals, set targets, benchmarks that we want to achieve, and so you got to ask yourself at the end of the year a few very important questions, and sometimes you already know the answer and you don't want to think about it. But at the end of the day, if you don't know where you're at, then you're never going to get where you're going, and it is impossible to hit a target you do not have, in the words of Zig Ziglar. So, I guess my first question would be, this year, 2017, how did you spend your time? You've heard me say this before, time is the most valuable commodity that we have in life. It's the only thing that you can't replenish, duplicate, make more of, multiply, or get back. The only thing. Well, until we run out of natural resources. Anyways, did you spend your time, holy cow. Did you spend your time this year doing activities that were going to get you closer to your goals? Or did you spend your time doing activities that were going to get you further away from your goals? And if you really think about this, you got to think about how you spend every second of your day, every second of your life, every second of your existence. Because, I just turned 28 myself, and not close, not 30 yet, but I'm starting to feel like, okay, I was hoping that by this point I would be here in my life, and I'm not. So what needs to change? And what I figured out needs to change when I asked myself this question last year is how I utilize my time. Now, did I do a perfect job this year at utilizing every second of the day the best that I absolutely could? Absolutely not. I failed at doing that super effectively, but I did spend my time more effectively this year than I did the previous year or any year previous to that. So, made some improvement there, but that's the first question. Did you spend your time right this year? If you didn't, that's probably the number one reason you're not where you want to be, right? The second thing is, did you make the right decisions? And I don't mean looking at this as a, let's say, a judgment, right? That was a right or wrong decision. We don't want to revisit the past. We don't want to regret our mistakes or live or continue to carry the pain of our mistakes on. But you do need to ask yourself, did the decisions that I make get me closer to my goals? Did I make any decisions that might have, impaired a relationship that I need? Did I make any decisions that might have portrayed me or given people an image of me that is not correct, or that I don't want to portray as correct because it's not me? May have been a bad moment in time. Whatever it may be, right? We all make dumb decisions. We're not perfect. We're all human. So, again, I haven't been perfect here. I'm sure you haven't been perfect here, but what kind of decisions did you make this year? Did you make decisions to quit doing things that were hurting you? And did you make any decisions to start doing things that would help you? That's really the two most important things. And if you weigh out all the changes that have gone on this year, and your decision or your list of decisions that have helped you is bigger than the decisions that have hurt you, then you're probably doing okay. You made some progress. Maybe you didn't accomplish all your goals. Whatever. That's the second question. How did you spend your time? How did you spend your decision? Third question is, who did you spend your year with? We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Me personally, this year, it's funny, I watched a video from my boy Ryan Stewman yesterday, who was inspired by Grant Cardone yesterday, who talked about his story. When he was 25, he decided he was just going to be himself, regardless of what anybody else wanted or needed. He was going to be himself, and that's when his career really took off. Ryan Stewman, kind of similar thing. At some point, he decided, you know what? I don't really care. I'm doing this, and if you're coming with me, great. If not, you're coming with me. That's kind of where I feel like I'm personally at in my life. But that has a lot to do with other people, ultimately, and unfortunately, that has mean that I've cut some people out of my life who, I didn't want to have to do that. So ask yourself, how am I spending my time? Am I making smart decisions? And who am I spending my time with? The 5th question is, did I achieve my goals? We'll just say, did I reach goals? Since I write so slow and trying to be all legible and all of that. Did you reach your goals this year? Me personally, I put 5 things on my resolutions list that were very important for me to do. I got all of them crossed off but one. And it's probably going to end up that way, but that's okay. That one goal is going to be a bigger goal that I'm going to have accomplished here very soon. But, how did I spend my time? Did I make the right decisions? Who did I spend my time with? Did I reach my goals? And what needs change? How did you spend your time? Did you make the right decisions? Who did you spend your time with? Did that result in you achieving your goals? And if not, what needs to change in 2018 so that you can achieve your goals? Or so that you will achieve your goals? We all know that you can. Every single one of you is capable. I believe personally in every single one of you. I believe in humanity. I believe that everybody has greatness inside of them. I believe that everybody has a purpose inside of them. I believe that everybody has a drive to fulfill that purpose. And they also have a drive to help others. So maybe you haven't figured out what that is. That's okay. It's a discovery process. I am not 100% defined in what I want to do. But, I definitely moved in that direction. Nonetheless, when you are able to figure out what your passion is, how you want to help people, what your talents, what your gifts are, then you start mapping it out. Like people like to set New Year's resolutions, and they don't set any time frames to those resolutions. They get to the end of the year and they say, oh shit, I got this list of things I was supposed to get done and I didn't work on any of them. So you guys, number 1, write down resolutions. I don't call them resolutions. I reframe everything into more definite goals. So these are tasks for 2018. That's my list. I put it on my bedroom door or my bathroom mirror. So write that down. Put time frames to each of those goals. Write them down in priority order, and just make sure that you cross it off one at a time. If you're making progress on one, that's your focus. Focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on that. Cross it off the damn list. It feels so good. Then you move on to the next one. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that brings some value. And then you guys, we will see you soon. Merry Christmas. Not Happy New Year yet, because I'll see you before that. But have a Merry Christmas. And I hope and pray and wish that you and your family have everything that you deserve and that you need on this Christmas season. So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Tryson Jones, I'm out.